Hello, we're in Spirit Lake, Idaho again at the burn pile. I decided, I looked at the video that I did on some of the stuff I'd done, and I was going too fast as far as the camera was concerned. So I'm going to try to go a little slower and not move it around so much because I was getting dizzy watching it as a playback. I do apologize for the bumping because that's just uneven ground here on the property. Anyway, I was going to show you my completed lasagna garden, first of all, which I have now stabilized with bricks and rocks and wood because this big heavy tarp got completely blown off a couple times. It's been, we've had snow 3 times, I think, but notice there's no snow on the ground. And we've also had one power outage for about 6 hours, which was kind of a bummer. But I'm going to remove some of these rocks here just to show you what the lasagna garden looks like when it's got all the layers on it I was telling you about. And it's cooking right now, but it'll get finished cooking come springtime. All right, maybe I should have done this ahead of time, I don't know. Okay, this is the layers. It's got about, I don't know, it was started out about 12 inches, well, 8 to 10 inches thick of stuff. Grass, leaves, hay, amendments that I showed you before. And it looks like it's starting to cook. I'm going to put it back, cover it up later. Anyway, this is the alpaca poop area that I covered up. And I put some hay on there because that's what she did. And since I showed you this last, this is the back of the alpaca shack that I have completely string trimmed this area, because this is where I want to put my chickens in spring. I also string trim that area back there. See these big holes in the fence? Those are not good for chickens because they'll get out. But these little holes in this fence are good size. So I'm going to completely put that size fence around this little area here so that the chickens can come out here and do what they do. And this is the inside of the alpaca shack, one of the smaller rooms, where I don't want to keep the chickens because they will get up in there in the rafters and get all lost and jacked up. So we're going to go, no, we're not going to go through the front door because it's shut from the outside. I'm going to take you around the sideway here. There's also this neat little dog run for a big dog that I found out here when I was string trimming, in case I want to get a big dog, which I probably will need for chickens because of the coyotes and stuff. But anyway, this thing goes, you know, it slides up and down on that wire. So this is the little room I'm going to put the chickens in, because chickens just need basically a small room. They can stay warm and huddle together in the winter. And I also string trimmed all that and this front part of the barn area. I also leveled this out and moved all the alpaca poop that was here. Kind of cleaned it up a bit. Anyway, moving right along. I'm going to show you the barn in its completion. I also decided to put a path going from the house to the barn that I'm going to have to keep clear with all this snow I keep hearing about that hasn't come yet. The path is going to go from the back porch of the house, and I kind of got it started here. See, look at that. Woo! It's got a little curve, got some sand, some borders. I'm going to put concrete in here and maybe some nice decorative stones or something, so that I can just scrape it off when it gets snowy and come into my closet and bring my clothes in ahead of time so they can warm up before I put them on. Anyway, let me turn on the light. This is the finished closet with all my stuff in it. Look at that. That's one side with all those shelves. This is the clothing store sized closet rod, and I got to tell you about this closet rod. See all those shoes up there? Holy mackerel. And we have another row of shoes down there, but that's not all. We also have shoes, shoes, and more shoes over there. But what happened with this closet thing was this side over here, all three of those brackets that you see up there on top where the shoes are, it came crashing down. And I had to find the studs to support the weight. Well, last night when I got home from work, this side, I put one more coat on there and it was one coat too many, and it decided to do the same thing. So I spent all evening last night getting this thing, find the studs, and see the spackle back there, the little spackle spots, to get this thing to hold up this gargantuan amount of clothes here. But I finally finished it and did it, so it's done. So there you have my closet and its completion. Thank God I'm done with that. I'm so tired of dealing with it. And we're going to move on to, I might as well make a pit stop at the house and show you the hearth and the pellet stove. Here we go. Kitchen. It's got no boxes anymore. It's kind of clean in here, sort of. Anyway, this is the living room. It's also still got stuff everywhere, but look at that. There is the hearth and my pellet stove. And it pumps out the heat. You can set it from setting 1 to 9. I've never had it above 5. It's on 1 right now with the fan going. But see the tile work I did there behind there, and also the hearth itself with the tile on it. So that's my pellet stove in the house. We're going to go out the front door, take you to the shop, and show you what's been going on in there. That's the vent for the pellet stove outside. No smoke, no muss, no fuss, just a lot of pellets you got to pump into that thing. A lot of pellets. It's like a bag a day when my dad was here. Anyway, there's my hoopty. Seriously contemplating going back to Fremont and picking up my truck because I need a truck. I just hate not having a truck. All right, we're going in the shop. Ta-da! There's my bikes. I never get a ride anymore. Anyway, there's a lot of insulation right there. We got all this stuff down here, downstairs. This will be the kitchen. That will be the living room. But not right now. Right now we're working on the upstairs. Here's the stairs, speaking of the stairs. And these stairs are going to be changed. My dad came up with a great idea. We're going to change those stairs so that they kind of stop and then go over here and then go into the living room so that they're like a landing thing. So that I don't have these stairs going all the way down into the garage. Because the house under here and up here is going to be separate from the garage. So I can have a garage still. But this top area, come springtime, is going to be, we're going to bring this floor all the way out there to where the garage door is. And this area up here will be more living space because right now it's a lot of wasted space. So my dad and Ken, they closed off this opening that was here, and that little part up on the top where the roof is, I'm going to put insulation just to stuff it in there for the time being. They put this door in that was in the backyard just to close it off. And this is what they did. 2 new windows. Well, that's 1 new window on that side. That window was already there. They have framed in this whole upstairs area so that I can insulate. On this side, there are 2 new windows that are larger windows. So there's 4 windows upstairs, which is really cool. That little wood stove that I had that was going to cost $700 for a new pipe for that stove. So what did I do? I got another pellet stove, just like the other one. That's going to sit on this hearth. And that's the back, but I haven't put the tile on yet. This is a bigger hearth. It's 4x4. The other one was 3x3. But it's all ready to go. It's already got the pipe in there. As soon as I get the tile on, I can put this pellet stove and put it on those ramps and wheel it back up there and get it going. Fire it up. Piles of insulation and all my sewing crap over here. Anyway, I talked to an electrician this morning. He came by. I met him at work. I have a job, by the way, bartending 2 miles from my house, if that isn't the cat's meow. Anyway, I met this electrician guy, who came over this morning, and he gave me the rundown on how to get, you know, we have power up there, but it's just these wagon wheel fluorescent lights and stuff. And I wanted to put plugs in before I put the insulation in, so it's all ready to sheetrock come spring. He told me this little electrical box is Afro-engineered. It's wagon wheel. It does not pull enough power to run this place, not even the way it is now, let alone when I add other stuff to it. So we have to get a new power box. He's going to do the work. This is the power box here for the house, and he showed me that the wire coming from this box to go over to that shop over there is not nearly adequate, the wiring, any of it. So I have to change that, put a bigger power box in, and get it going on. There's my path again. One more last view of the mighty fine almost done path. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on what's going on with the... See, look at there's 3 windows on that side. There's 2 on the other side. Almost looks like a house, but it will when I'm done. So I miss you guys, and I will see you soon. I may be coming down to get my truck. Otherwise, I'll keep you posted as it goes on up here. Bye.